I just hit 100,000 subscribers.
100,000.
Get out.
Yeah, wait, look.
Ah! Give her a call, give her a call.
Okay, I will call her.
Hi.
Hey, wow, hey.
You? Aww, thank you.
I'm just gonna put this right here because exactly 1 year ago I had 100 subscribers and this is a huge deal for me. I have another video in the works to celebrate the milestone and thank all of you, but for today I wanted to answer all of your questions around my content creation process because you have a lot of them. So without further ado, question number 1. How do you plan your YouTube videos? So I use Notion, not a sponsor, and I just pull up a new document and I start writing. I like to establish who the main character is and what their problem is within the first minute of the video. Obviously it's usually me, but in the decluttering video that I did with my dad, he's the main character and his problem is that he has a really messy house that he wants to declutter. Once I have the need or the purpose of the video established, it's pretty much go from there and I'm off doing fun things and learning lots of stuff. As it comes to a close, I always like to start with the end in mind. So again, it's what's the final takeaway that I think I'll have from this video, and I write that out very loosey-goosey, but just what I think will be the big change or the story arc for the main character. So yeah, I guess it's who's the character, what's the problem, a bunch of fun stuff in between, and who are they at the end of it that makes them a better person. Ideally, who knows? That being said, all of my videos have an outline of what I want to get across, but I'm not scripting things word for word to a T. Or at least I'm writing it down, but I'm not reading it off the script that way. Because I don't think I'm a very good actor, and the delivery of reading off a script word for word would come across super contrived and weird. So that's how I plot the script, but obviously I have to do a lot of things to make the video entertaining. So in my recent bike packing video, I had to research the campsite that I wanted to go to, the weather, all the gear that I needed. So that research piece is also kind of intertwined within the script. I want to write as much as I can while I'm feeling positive and excited and haven't seen the full research or like the reality of what I'm putting myself through, while at the same time not getting too far ahead in the script that I wrote this fun plan, but none of it's actually possible because all the campsites are booked or it's gonna rain the whole time. So it's kind of like an interesting balance of writing and being ignorant about what I'm setting myself up for while also making sure I'm not wasting time and writing a script that won't ever be able to come to fruition.
Why did I do this? Dear Lord.
So once the script and research is 80% done, I start filming, and oftentimes I film before I'm ready because I know that I could plan that forever and ever and ever, but the key thing for me is to just go. If I have the bare minimum essentials of what I think the storyline will be, I'm just gonna start going for it because time and I guess working against perfectionism. So yeah, that's how I plan / plot my videos. I'm really trying to find the balance of not spending too much time in the planning, but also not just making willy-nilly videos that have no message and make no sense to anyone. So figuring that part out as I go along. What were your favorite and least favorite videos to plan and record? The budgeting video is probably the best and most helpful video that I've made for my audience. That being said, because it is a financial video, I did script that video pretty much to a T because I wanted to make sure I was never deviating from the message that had been approved by financial professionals. And then it took so many takes because I'd noticed something that I could fix in the spreadsheet every take, and I didn't want to send anything out to you guys that was wrong or broken or could lead to any type of issue in the future. So I'd always go back and fix the spreadsheet every time and start over. That one was a little bit boring and not fun. That being said, I'm super proud of it, and if you haven't checked it out and you're wanting to figure out your finances for 2025 or anytime, I highly recommend that video. Now I have a few favorite videos that I liked to film, and the first one is my bike packing trip that I just did. That video completely pushed me out of my comfort zone for filming reasons, but also just the bike packing experience in general. I went all by myself, it was cold, and the hills were insane. And it was just a really exciting moment to think that my life could be doing really cool bike packing adventure videos, and you would like watching them and I would like doing them. So how cool is that, you know, symbiotic relationship? And of course, I love doing the road trip video with my dad, and I'm so happy to see that people are enjoying it, because in my mind now I'm like, maybe it's no phone road trip in Europe or no phone road trip across Canada. So if I can convince my dad to do that, I would love to do more of those. And then last but not least, one of my favorite videos to record was I asked every bookstore to sell my book. I wrote a children's book. Oh, I'm gonna get it. I wrote this children's book for uncles about 4 or 5 years ago just for fun, and I'd always wanted to get into bookstores but never had the courage or reason to really do it. So I figured I'd go around and ask bookstores to carry my book. But yeah, if you're an uncle and you like your niece or nephew, maybe buy my book for them. They'll really like it. You can get it from a bunch of stores, which I'll link below, or Amazon. But do the stores first, please. What's the most embarrassing thing you've done while recording a video? I think that if I worked with an editor and had to send them all of my raw footage, just filming in general and all of the cuts and takes and whatever that I have to do would be mortifying enough for me to never want to do YouTube ever again. But luckily I work alone, so that's okay. So I guess the most embarrassing thing I've ever filmed in public was the little Instagram short videos that I made when I was fundraising for the Heart and Stroke Foundation last year. The premise of the fundraiser was to walk 30,000 steps every day for a week, but to raise awareness for my fundraiser, I wanted to create a famous running scene, but make it walking, and then put that on my Instagram. So I recreated a bunch of scenes from Forrest Gump, Zoolander, Hot Rod, Lord of the Rings, and Austin Powers. And the Austin Powers video was in a super public street. Yeah, that's probably the most embarrassing thing I've done. Where did you learn to edit? I have made family videos and YouTube videos and videos for school since I was like 12, and I've always loved it. There's so many bad ones out there, but ultimately it's just a lot of making videos and a lot of trial and error. That being said, when I restarted this channel a year ago, I watched a lot of film booth videos. It looks like he's not making them anymore. I hope he comes back or finds happiness with whatever he does next. But he had some really great videos on how to start up a YouTube channel. And the thing that stood out the most that I didn't know before was J-cuts. That really takes videos to another level and melds it all together and makes it seem really cohesive and nice. How do you edit your videos? So I use Final Cut Pro. Maybe if I get into color corrections and being more fancy, I might look into other options, but so far Final Cut Pro is working just fine, and it's not a subscription model. You just pay once, which I did years ago, so it's fake money at this point, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. Have you ever had anyone react negatively or aggressively to you filming in public? In many cases, I could probably get my filming done in like 20 minutes, but it'll take me an hour because I'm waiting for the sidewalk to be cleared and for no one to come around a corner. So yeah, that's something that I still need to work on. But when I am in a rush, or when I do just need to get the shot and someone's coming, I do my best to not look them in the eye. Just stare right at the camera, do my filming thing, and just pretend that they don't exist and try to remind myself that I'll never see them again and it's okay. Yeah, so I don't know if those people react negatively. Maybe they look at me and roll their eyes a little bit. Maybe they couldn't care less because they're living their own life and I'm just a person on the street filming myself. More likely that's the case. But yeah, so maybe people react negatively, but I don't know because I can't see it. How does it feel to be in the public eye? I do feel a little nervous around how much I expose to the internet. I never used to feel this way. I thought, you know, my whole channel, the point of it was to show that I'm learning new things and there's beauty or endearment, maybe not the right words, but there's something cool in that, in showing that someone can go from not knowing anything about a subject to doing it, overcoming fears, and coming out the other side knowing the thing that they didn't know before. So I thought that was a really cool ethos of the channel, of to just try things and learn from it. And I did a lot of reflection on that of, oh, am I showing the internet or the world that I am a fool? That's just truly something that I've been dealing with the past 2 months, is that, okay, yeah, being in the public eye now means people can roast me and I can't do anything about it other than talk to my parents about how it makes me feel, and my therapist. So yeah, therapy helps too. Do you get recognized? Yes, I have been recognized. The first time I ever got recognized was by Lauren. I was at my local London Drugs and I walked up to the thing and I was like, "Hi, do you have sunscreen?" And the woman there was like, "Oh my God, YouTube." And I was like, "Yeah." I like ran into a different aisle after saying thank you, and Jackson took a picture of me and I was really excited. And then I was just about to leave and I was like, you know what? I would hate myself if I didn't go back and ask her for a picture, because she was the first person who recognized me. So I went back and got a picture with Lauren, and that was that. Since then, I was also recognized in a music festival on a Gulf island of all places. I was wearing overalls and I'd just come out of a porta potty, and I was like, to the crowd of people there, I was like, "Woo, never wear overalls in a porta potty, am I right?" And this woman walks up right when I said that, and she was like, "Are you on YouTube?" I was like, oh my God, what did I just say? But like, yeah. And there's only 2 more, so I promise I'll get through them. But the other one was on a Gulf island as well. And this guy was walking by and he was just like, "Are you on YouTube?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I stopped and pulled over and we talked. And that was really cool. And then the last one was at a concert and I was waiting to say hi to the band. As I was talking to the bass player, a woman came up to me and said that she was from out of town, but she was hoping she'd see me while she was at the concert in the town that I live in, and that she liked my videos and to keep making them. So that was really cool, and bonus points that this like cool bass player got to see someone tell me that they liked me. So anyway, that was fun, and yeah, obviously I'm gushing about it because I love meeting everyone. I do feel a weird sense of I can't be a jerk in public. Luckily, I'm not really a jerk anyway, but there's always that, you know, what if in the one time I'm a huge asshole, someone walks around the corner and they're like, "Oh, YouTube." Anyway. Any tips for creating a work-life balance? Yeah, I haven't quite figured that out yet, but the thing that's been working for me lately is scheduling time with friends, family, and Jackson either at the beginning of the month or at the beginning of a week. So that way I know that going into a month or going into a new week, I have set times scheduled with people that I love. And that's been really important, because otherwise, if I don't schedule anything, I'll just work throughout the evening, and that's not healthy at all. What are your top 3 tips for someone just starting on YouTube? I think the first one would be to provide value, whether that's by being really funny and entertaining, or doing or adding a really fun editing trick that no one's ever seen before, or teaching someone something, that's obviously the easiest one, or making someone feel less alone. The second thing is that I think authenticity and effort are your best friend. So obviously do your best to be yourself in front of the camera. It's hard, but you know, just practice by doing it a lot. And if there's ever an opportunity to spend the extra 20 minutes on a tiny detail in the edit that maybe only one person will notice, I would do it. I think I condone that. I think it's really cool to go that extra step and show the audience that you notice the little things and you care about their time. I don't think you can really go wrong if at the bare minimum you're being authentic and you're putting effort into what you're doing. It's pretty simplified, there's holes that you could poke in that argument, but we're gonna move on to the third thing. Try your best not to get stuck in analysis paralysis. For the first 6 months of my channel, I spent half of my time worrying about analytics and watching every YouTube video out there on how to make the perfect thumbnail, or how to make the perfect intro, or how to be a YouTuber in 1 year, or how to get your first 1,000 subscribers. I encourage you to just, again, be authentic, put effort into what you do, take time to learn things, experiment stuff, but you're really gonna learn a lot more by doing than by watching all the videos that are telling you what you should be doing. So even me right now, this video is me telling you what you should be doing. Who the fuck cares what I have to say? Just, you know, make your video, post it. People either watch it or they won't watch it. Learn from it and make another one. So yeah, that's all I have to say for today. If you enjoy these Q&A type videos, please let me know and I will keep making them. And thank you so much for 100,000 subscribers. I really can't thank anybody enough. I'm super freaking pumped about it, and you'll be seeing another video about this coming one day. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.